So I'm Jürgen Groeneveld, working at the Helmholtz Center for Environmental Research, and I'm working in the pollinator honeybee use case in work package 4 and 6, so the use case and the modeling development for the digital twin.
Yes, I'm Volker Grimm, same center in Leipzig, UFZ. I've been modeling for more than 30 years, and I've been involved in developing this honeybee model, which we are using right now in this BioDT project. The pollinator model was developed really to analyze all the different stressors which affect a honeybee colony. It's very high resolution, very complex, but it's addressing a spatial scale of just 5 kilometers squared, and just a single colony. So it's useful for single questions regarding beekeepers, but when it comes to more regional or nationwide or European questions, it's not usable. That's one of the reasons why we are here.
Yes, and together with our colleagues now we're developing this digital twin application. As input we have land use data for the whole of Germany and also the weather data, and we combine this input information and actually deriving maps for the whole of Germany on honeybee health, and this is what we are doing right now. Well, in Germany we have this network of this bee institutes, and I think these are very important partners because they do the dissemination of those results, and they do consulting for beekeepers and setting up standards and suggesting standards, and I think such a product would be very useful for them. And if they would disseminate this information, I guess then in the end also it would be a valuable tool for the beekeepers themselves.
Yes, at the European level, there are all these billions going into subsidies for greening scenarios, common agricultural policies, and it's very, very difficult, even almost impossible, to really measure the impact. And once we have this digital twin, we can actually implement different measures and can evaluate this from the perspective of pollinators, in this case of honeybees, but in the future also of other pollinators. So that's a European-wide user policy development as greening scenarios.
So for us, it's the first step to develop such a workflow and such a prototype. Having the honeybees as maybe an easier species to work with in the beginning, and from that on we will be able to expand that to other species like bumblebees. That would be, I guess, the next step, and as Volker mentioned, then in the future we will also focus then our turn to wild bees. And
modelers usually are not very experienced in creating workflows for automatically inputting data, and also not database experts. And here we have all the people together, and so we have already made achievements which by ourselves would have taken years, right? So it's really, as a prototype, we can really demonstrate to other modelers how it works and how much sense it makes to team up with these people, with these experts.
I think pollination services are vital for our society, and I think with this tool we can explore the impact of changes in land use or climate on the pollination service, and can actually also suggest some or be part of implementing policy measures or designing policy measures. So I think that will have actually a substantial impact in the European community.
So land use is one aspect of land use is use of pesticides, and this will not be done in this project probably, but in follow-up projects we can use this twin really to optimize and minimize, so to say, the use of pesticides, because we can delineate regions where the bees are fine, so they could cope with a little bit more stress, and other regions where you should actually not allow to use it.